she is. She's actually she's a dancer, modern dancer. Yeah, actually, my wife Fontaine is my first reader. She because she's brutal. She's brutal. She'll if something doesn't work, she'll say this is really not working, and she won't say it nicely, which I respect. She's a very powerful woman. She's a choreographer and a dancer, and she has a dance company. She also paints and sculpts, and she writes pretty good stuff herself. You know, it's interesting. We're blessed with 3 kids, but when we come back to just being a couple, we realized consistently that one of our probably our main bond is we both have this daily desire to try to make something, to try to create something. And even though we're in different forms and we do it with different materials, it's a really satisfying marriage in that respect, where I don't have to explain, and she doesn't have to explain to me, things about the, the soul about it. She says something interesting. Writers are weird people. Where if I have a bad writing day or a bad writing month, where it's just coming really in a difficult, slow way, I'll assume that I'm not a writer, and I never was. Anything I ever wrote was a lie, and it's all crap. And she said, you writers are weird. You'll have a bad stretch, and you'll think you're not writers. She said, I'll just have a bad day at choreography and think I'll do better tomorrow. She said, I don't know why you writers all of a sudden think you're not writers. And I don't know why that is. That's a very interesting, strange, I don't know, dichotomy. I wonder, that's a really good question. Do writers have an uneven amount of self-loathing? I know there's a lot of self-loathing involved. I'll tell you, man, something I've written could get 25 really nice reviews and 1 bad one, and I'll only believe the bad one. Matter of fact, it's the only one I'll read because that's the only one I really believe. And it might have to do with I used to not like the word author. I thought it sounded a little bourgeois and elitist. I prefer the word writer, which sounded like the rest of us: carpenter, plumber, writer, just a worker with words. But then I looked up the word author, and now I like it, because author actually means the originator or beginner of something. And I think that I know that when you originate or begin something, and we're all authors actually in a lot of ways in our daily lives, but when you originate or begin something, you're kind of stepping out on thin ice, and you're out on that little, that you're walking out on air, and it makes you insecure. It makes you feel vulnerable. It makes you feel naked. Here's one thing I find myself telling my writing students. If you walk around throughout the day feeling vulnerable, naked, slightly nasty, stupid, and wrong, you're probably writing pretty well. You're probably going someplace deep. If you're walking around feeling kind of sexy and talented and special, you're probably not going deep enough at all.